right, hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam, and we are here to do an unboxing of no less than 3 different things. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We see that Victoria's here. Thank you for being here, Victoria. Tom and Maribeth are here. That's cool. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. And I would imagine we have some others that are here as well, but just haven't yet showed up in the chat. So that's okay as well. Make sure you put everything to live chat so you catch everything. Luke is here. What's up? Good to see you. All right. Thanks for being here, folks. We're going to I'm going to open 3 things today, unbox 3 things. And in case you can't tell from my voice, I am a little bit under the weather. It's just a head cold with that cold snap and snow that came through last weekend. Last weekend, it just just caught me, and this is like a yearly thing for me. It's like once a year I get under the weather, and then it about a couple days, and I'm done. But that's just what it is right now. So I've been trying to take it easy today. And this is a little bit of a simpler, easier video to go about. Don't have to really think about rules. Don't have to think about much else other than that. I am going to be doing some downloading of footage and recording of footage a little bit later today as well. So it's just one of those things where I'm just trying to take it easy today so that I don't overload myself for later on. One of the things that with a content creator's job is that, and again, it's weird calling it that. But one of the things is that if you're not careful, you can always find yourself working because there's always something you could be doing. And I have to be very, sometimes I have to be very purposeful on no, I don't want to do that because that's going to feel like, at the very least, it's going to feel like work, or I'm going to use it for work or something like that. And so keeping a healthy boundary between personal life and work life is a little bit dicier when you're talking about working from home because it can go one of 2 different ways. You can go overboard on one area where you hardly work and then you have to catch up working, or you can go too hard the other area where you are always working and your family is starting to miss you. And I'm trying to be in the middle there somewhere. So, because I think that's where it's healthy to be. Anyway, I'm trying to take it easy today. Now, I still am talking a lot, and it's a little bit hard on the voice, but I can handle this. Other things would be a little bit too taxing right now with my body not being up to 100%. Anyway, blah blah blah. We took a trip last weekend since I wasn't taking Aiden over to his football showdown because of the passes being closed. Dante had a performance over in the Tri-Cities area, so we figured, hey, let's take a day trip because it was Aiden's mom's day anyway, so we didn't have him. And we'll just take a trip over to Tri-Cities, and whenever we do that for, whether it's a football game or it's a competition or whatever it might be, whenever we feel like we quote unquote have to go somewhere, we try to make it a fun thing. And sometimes the fun things are going to see if there's a game shop in the area. And sure enough, we looked it up, and we wanted to go to a Best Buy because I had some digital stuff that I needed to get for our car. That helps me doing the water systems management stuff on Mondays. And in that same little shopping mall, the strip mall, there was a Best Buy, there was a faith store, a Christian bookstore, and a game shop, and they were all like right next to each other, and we were like, cha-ching, that's perfect. And so we went to the Christian bookstore. We bought a couple T-shirts, nothing real fancy. And then we went into the game store, and it was called Guardian Games. And I found out. Well, Jessie found out. She's the talker. And found out that they're actually a satellite store of a chain of stores that are in, I think, Oregon, I think is what she said. I think they have 3 stores down there, and this is the first one that was opened up in Washington State. And so that was an interesting thing. So my original, my initial reaction to that information was, okay, they know what they're doing. So this is probably going to be a place that's going to stay in business for a while, which is cool because Guardian Games in Kennewick, Washington is actually, I mean, I don't know any of their staff. Didn't really meet any of them. The people that helped us check out, the guy that helped us check out was very cordial, very nice. And it seemed like all of the other people that were there working were very friendly, very open. Not the kind of store workers that we've run into in the past that we've said is not really the best way to go about doing it. They stay back behind their counter and kind of make this cave of it, and they definitely were not like that. So that was a good thing. The second thing was really good about it. It was a very bright, open place. Bathrooms, I always make it a point of going to the bathroom in a game store just to make sure that the game store has a clean bathroom, and they did, very clean. Another thing that was cool about it is that the bathrooms were out away from the main area, so even if somebody did, drop a bomb, you wouldn't be able to notice. I did also like how they had different categories of gaming in different parts of the stores. So they had RPGs in one area, they had miniatures in another area, they had an ample amount of gaming space. It seemed like it was rather busy when we were in there, so that was good. And then, of course, they had an entire wall of games to purchase, and it was a fairly robust collection of games to purchase, and a lot of stuff that was in the store. They had some disc golf stuff, which is I, I, I don't get it, but I kind of get it. Disc golf and games. I don't know. Somehow I know disc golf is a game, but board games and disc golf, that makes I just don't see the connection. But I've noticed in several stores that I've been into that is and part of the Venn diagram, I guess. Anyway, they had some disc golf stuff in there. They had a kids area. They had a kind of traditional classics area where they had the Monopolies and the Clue and all of that kind of stuff. And then they also had a kid games area. It was just all very well organized, very open store, very bright store. So if you're ever in the Tri-Cities area here in Washington, Kennewick, Washington, Guardian Games is a store that that we would, I guess endorse is a little bit of a heavy word because I really don't know the people. I don't know who runs it. I don't know anything about them. But the way their store is laid out, it very much seems like they know what they're doing, and they were friendly when we were there. So to that extent, we can endorse them. But we enjoyed it. We dropped them some money as well. Chris Mayfield is here. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. PK is here. What's up, dude? Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. That's happened in the past, but okay, we're good. PK says hello. Robert Harris is here. Howdy, howdy. Good to see you. Luke says Sunday evening and most of Monday had me laid out with a stomach issue. Felt fine Tuesday, except the residual muscle soreness. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry, dude. When you go into game stores for the first time, do they recognize you? That's funny. No. More often than not, they don't. And I don't expect them to because I am. Well, first of all, yes, I was part of the Dice Tower, but that was a long time ago. As far as the full-time gig that I had with them so many years ago. And because so much time has overlapped since I was really kind of at the forefront of what the Dice Tower is, people don't recognize me anymore. And I am absolutely fine with that. I really, really am. Because it's awkward to walk into a store. Jessie makes light of it all the time. She thinks it's hilarious, and I do too. But I don't... The way I look at it is this way. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else does. And Just because I have a channel, just because I used to be part of the Dice Tower, just because fill in the blank, so what, you know? Um, so it's just that kind of thing. Often, it's it's neat kind of in a way. It depends on the person, because sometimes they're very appreciative, and they're very this or that, and it's a very amicable type thing. Other times it can get a little awkward, and I'd rather just be able to talk to people without any kind of baggage coming along with that, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but just to answer your question, no, they don't always recognize me, and I'm absolutely on board with that. I'm cool. My cousin's son plays board games and plays disc golf. Yeah, well, I don't think that it's a super disconnect. I just, in my mind, those two things don't equate. Champions of Midgard digital game announced. I am sure Sam will be taking a look. Yeah, probably so. I'm getting old. Yes, I am, and I'm definitely outside of that window. You know what I mean? So it's okay. I'm not worried about it. But we did pick up some cool games, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. First thing we're gonna do is the one expansion that I don't own yet. Sorry, gosh, that's gonna happen every once in a while. I apologize. I'm trying to keep my throat, you know, wet. Swallow, swallow, take a drink, swallow, swallow. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. Anyway, Woodland Edge is one that I had not yet picked up, and so we wanted to pick that up because Forest Shuffle is a game that we really enjoy a lot, and we don't play it nearly as much as a lot of other people do. Doug and Emily, but we do like it, and these are the kinds of expansions that it adds to, and it makes the game better. Now, I don't know that you should always use all of the expansions. You might want to pick and choose, but this is something that we wanted to pick up, and so we went ahead and did that. Price sticker came off good, super duper. And let's go ahead and get down to the table, and we'll see how this goes. Love Forest Shuffle, Victoria says. That's awesome. Do you have exploration expansion with the solo AI? Dang it. No. Okay, so let's see if we can get that off of there without any, not really necessarily worried about expansion type stuff. This actually came out pretty good. That's cool. I like it. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, I didn't do it right. Stupid. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's an expansion box, right? Oh, well. See? That was my fault, though. I got little... The other one came off so easy. This one did not. The heck? This is what I don't like about these things. All right, I'm going to be careful with this one. Golly. I hate that stuff. Anyway. All right, so that is that. And this is a little tiny expansion. Little tiny expansion. Oh, it's so cute. So we have... the different setup rules, the cards that you have to take out. Do not forget to do this. All right, so it also has with 2 expansions. So understand, you've got to take cards out of this, out of your thing. Otherwise, you're just going to have so many cards, it's going to be way long. All right, so hint for playing with 2 expansions. Instead of counting cards to remove at the start, shuffle all the cards and divide them roughly into equal piles. With 2 players, from 5 piles and remove 2 from play. With 3 players, form 4 piles and remove 1 from play. Huh? I don't know how that makes sense, but I read it properly. All right, gameplay changes for this one. Bee swarm, butterflies. There are now 7 different butterflies. Perform the effect after you have paid for the card. All right. Eurasian magpie, shrubs, stinging nettles, water voles, so forth and so on. New symbols that are in the thing. Woodland Edge marks all cards from this expansion. Shrubs is a new kind of card that comes out. And effect bonuses. You can take one from the clearing. Take one card from the clearing into your hand. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that is that. Then you have just a single pack of cards. How many cards? 36 cards. All right. There we go. Just wasn't agreeing with me there for a little bit. This is that's some serious paper. All right. So another kind of thing that we like about this game is the artwork. And we do enjoy all of the different things that are coming in here. So we have elderberries now. Whenever you play a card with a fern icon, I don't know what it is, you get to draw a card. If you pay only yellows, then you get to put another fern card down. So there's that. So the elderberry is pretty neat. Then we have the common hazel. I'm not going to read all of these, but just notice that they all have different colors that they're going to combo with. So there's that. Then you have blackthorn, which seems to be working with butterflies. Whenever you play a card with a butterfly, you get to draw a card, and then you get to play a card if you pay for it with nothing but blues. We have the map butterfly. Looks pretty cool. Then you also have the digitals and so forth. So each of the map butterflies has a different kind of shrubbery and or animal or insect that goes along with it. So that's interesting. We have the Eurasian magpie along with the other, oh wait, not nightingale. There we go. So there's 3 Eurasian magpies. Let's do this so we can see the other thing that's underneath it. One of the things that I was noticing is that these underneath seem to be the same, except that this one doesn't have one that has the mouse on it. So that's interesting. I've never really looked at the difference in how these are set apart, but this one, okay, so the Eurasian magpie didn't have water vole by it, but the map butterfly did, and so did the nightingale. And then we have barn owls. Then we have a whole bunch of these that are just side by side. Looks like wild boars are going to be huge. And notice that there's the male and female symbols there. So interesting. More bats, more squeakers. Crane fly, European polecat, a common pipistrelle with more bee swarms, European wildcats with bee swarms. So, and European bisons. I didn't even know Europe had bisons. That's how dumb I am, I guess. But you get the idea. Now there's some stacks here that have multiple cards, but that gives you the idea of what's in the expansion. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So I think the good thing about buying an expansion for Forest Shuffle is that I'm pretty sure that I still have some cards left over from the last expansion that I sleeved. So that will be, I think I'll be able to go ahead and sleeve this up and it'll be good to go. But that is Forest Shuffle. All right, let's see, what else have we got here as far as, I gotta get, let's see, I hate those round stickers, yeah, tell me about it. No worries, I'm Derek. You were close. Try to remember that, Derek. Make equal piles of cards. Number of piles depends on number of players. Remove piles instead of number of players. Yes, that's cool. In my feed, your poster's right under David's, and I saw his name. Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it. Makes sense. Got it. All right. Well, that is that for Forest Shuffle. The next one, and this was literally the first one that I picked up. I'm here to see Heat Rocky Road. Yeah. Got to get Rocky Road ice cream while you open it. I don't have any Rocky Road ice cream, son. But that is the next thing that we're opening. I did not see the Legends expansion there. I don't think the Legends expansion is out yet either, so I could be wrong about that though, because I don't really keep a close eye on that kind of stuff. But this is, when I saw this coming out, I was like, wow, that's such a stupid name. But I'm still gonna buy it. I'm just with this, you know, the cat being out of the bag, so to speak. This is my number 3 game of all time because of how much fun I've been having playing it, and it's just one of those games that this is such fun. And this one I do want to be careful with because I am planning on, because he is worthy of it, I'm planning on using these expansion boxes as wall decorations in our home, and I just haven't got around to doing it yet, so I've just got to make sure that it doesn't rip, and we're good. It doesn't really matter for the back of the box, because the back of the box is going to be on the wall, but I would know, and that would be a problem. All right, so that is done. Let's get down to the table and take a look. If they release a big box for Heat, will you buy it? Probably. Yes, probably. Live play tomorrow, Sam? Well, here's the thing. I'm opening this, and I probably shouldn't because I haven't finished playing the other expansions yet. Now, that's not a rule that I hold to, but because I am so close to finishing the expansion content and the solos with that, I am opening this now because I'm going to want to play it pretty quick. But whether it's not going to be tomorrow. I might be playing Heat tomorrow for that because yeah, Heat. It's Heat. That's cool. That's cool. I like the fact that there is now a, I guess, what is the color of the car? It's a white car, right? Yeah, so white. That's pretty neat. I like that. It doesn't have the red stripe, though. Man, I feel gypped. Why doesn't it have the red stripe, folks? Come on. What's up with that? Where's your red stripe, Speed Racer? Come on. They probably couldn't put it on there because of that, but they did it on everything else. Doo-doo. I'm just kidding. I still think it's cool. It's an antelope? I guess antelopes are fast, right? The little charm is an antelope. Huh. That's interesting. Don't really see anything other than, no changes or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, fine. I guess I got to move that because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is there still no? This is what I don't understand. I think in the other expansions they didn't. Maybe is 6 the most you can do? I mean, I guess that's how many places are on the board. No, it goes all the way up to 12. But maybe you're only supposed to do championships with 12. I don't know. But, so we have Deutschland. That's pretty cool. I like it. Ah, they've got a they've got a pretzel, a soft pretzel in the bot. That's cool. That's cool. A little teddy bear up here. What is the teddy bear for? I don't understand that one. I like the buildings up here. That looks pretty cool. It doesn't have chevrons on any of the corners. Oh, yes, they do. Right here. For Legends. Okay, so this is the only one where the Legends can pass to. All right. Okay, so that makes sense. Duh. So the chicane is right here where there are two corners, and that's the only place that you would actually need those things where the Legends can pass through two lines at once. Okay. A 6 corner, a 4, a 5, a 4, and 2 2s. Interesting. So that's Deutschland. Pretty cool. On the other side, I believe, is the Rocky Roads. Has the Rocky Roads. Wow, look at this. Look at all of those nasty areas that have rocks on them. Interesting. All right, this is South Africa. That's cool. It's got a little, I guess it's a rugby ball there. And I like all of the nuts and bolts and the crowbar, and that's pretty cool. I don't know what that is up here though. It could just be a bowl, I guess. This looks like a headlight of some kind. That looks like a musical instrument. Huh. Ah, that's a neat looking flower too over here. I like the artwork, folks, so just bear with me. All right, well, let's see here. We have some more cards as well, so let's just look at the rules. So it does have aggressive legends. It does have chicanes and gravel. Many spots on the South Africa track feature gravel. At the end of your turn, step 9, when the cards from the play area are discarded, if your car is on a spot with gravel, you must pay 1 heat if you have heat cards in your engine. Otherwise, simply ignore this effect. So if you still have heat in your engine and you end your turn on one of those areas, you have to pay 1 heat. Okay. It also has extra slipstream cards. So let's go ahead and look at those a little bit. Come on now. There we go. So we have first of all, we have the maps, the map cards for South Africa, and let's go ahead and just put this over here like that. And then, okay, we've got the map cards for Deutschland and for South Africa. Then we have all of the white cards for the white car. See, all of them, they have the red stripe. Oh, that's a jip, bro. Jippy jip jip. Look at that. The red stripe should be on the car. My hand is not steady enough to do that either, so I know what you're about to say. So that's all of the white cards that are in there. So that's one thing. Then you have more adrenaline cards. You have more heat. Wow, a lot more heat cards. Holy Moses. Then you have starting skirts. So you get, I don't know, I didn't even know what that said. I covered it up. Okay. So, this symbol is an optional symbol to be used in step 6, slipstream, in order to chain slipstreaming movements. It allows for an extra slipstream move if the previous one puts your car in a new slipstream position. What? All bonuses to a slipstream available for the round will also apply to this extra move. Whoa! If you play with the weather and road conditions module, standard rules apply. This extra movement does not count as speed because it is slipstream movement. Ooh. Okay, so regular move puts it next to here. Regular slipstream put it next to here. Extra slipstream put it here. And extra slipstream number 2 puts him here. If he plays 2 cards with slipstream in it, he could do all of that. What? That's crazy talk. But that's really cool. All right, so this one gives you that extra slipstream movement, +1 on corners, and then you have to, I believe that means you can get rid, oh, I don't have it here. I think you have to draw an adrenaline card and put it into your hand. That one just gives you the extra movement and +1 slipstream. So that we add that would let you slipstream 3 every extra slipstream. Then this one is an extra slipstream, and you put it back on top of your car, your deck. This is, I believe this is an extra slipstream, and you keep it in your hand. And then this is just an extra slipstream. And then you have extra slipstream, but you must pay a heat in order to do that. But it's a 4 or a 6. Wow! Holy cow! Sliding skirts. We already saw that. Already saw that. Already saw that. So that's pretty stinking neat. I like that. I like those a lot. And then you have the sponsor cards. So again, it's a 0 or a 4, which is very useful, and it gives you an extra slipstream. So there's that, and then you have a 0 or a 4. Oh, that just goes there, there. Oh, is that the only one? Bet you that's the only one. Yep, it is. All right, so that's the only other sponsor card that is in the deck. And then you have the 1966 race, France, Germany, Italy, and South Africa for the 1965 race. Oh, I'm sorry, 1966. I'm in 65 right now, and I'm almost finished with 65. But race 1, 2, and 3, so Nito Frito. Not anything surprising, except for the fact that that car doesn't have a red stripe. Punks. What is up with that? But that's pretty cool. I'm not disappointed, except for that. But I'm still not disappointed. We're going to put all this stuff back in here. And, oh, wait, next I got to go here. Where's the other... Where's the thing? Oh, it's under here, I betcha. Yep. This doesn't make sense unless you're never supposed to use... Unless you're never supposed to use more than 6 cards in a tournament. But I don't know why that would be. So again, this is, you know, like I said, there's no surprises, no surprises, nothing really that, you know, kind of takes me by, you know, this was bad information. This is all good. But that's pretty neato. Nito Frito, bro. Let's see, any questions? Best part is I can use these tracks for downforce. Can you really, Luke? I don't remember. Do the other cars have stripes? No, they don't. But still, the picture has stripes on it, so I wanted stripes. I guess this one doesn't have a stripe on it, but that definitely does. But somebody was it Tom, I think? Vincent Dutrait made me do it, Megan. That's actually pretty funny. And yes, I would use that. You'd be missing out on the offset spaces and narrowing lanes of downforce. Yeah, that might be. Rocky Road map looks great. Yes, it does. If you paint them on, I knew somebody was going to say that. That's why I said what I did. I like Heat, but I don't think I'm quite enthusiastic about it. Sam, what mechanism do you like the most in Heat? And David said, the Vincinger trait made me do it mechanism. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can say, okay, and Derek asked this. He doesn't understand. Well, he said this. He doesn't understand why I love Vincent so much. His artwork is nice, but it doesn't blow me away. Exactly what Victoria said. Art is in the eye of the beholder. But if I can help explain it a little bit, one of the things is I love his use of texture. And I'm not an artist, so maybe this isn't going to be something that really goes over well with people who are artists. But just using this picture as an example, the texture in this area right here of the tires and how the tires are blowing that gravel off to the side as it turns, you can see that movement happening. And it's not that anybody else can't, any other artist can't do that, but I just like the way it looks. It's like halfway between realistic art and almost like cartoonish art. And I've just always really, really enjoyed it. And that's the best thing I can say. Blue is a favorite color of mine, and most of his blues are so vibrant. And I've said that many times, but it's just, other artists would have done this. You wouldn't necessarily have seen the same kinds of discoloration, because a white car it doesn't just always look pure white. It has different variations of that color and a lot of different things. Like, for example, this little, what looks like maybe a solar flare right here. Where's that solar flare coming from? Well, it may not have made sense, but that's just an interesting little thing that it's thrown in there. I don't know. It's just the way, maybe it's glinting off of this. It seems like that might be in line with it. Or maybe the helmet. I don't know. But it's little things like that that really just make his artwork, for me, pop. You see the gravel popping up on the tire over here and over here. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I understand it. Will this expansion fit in the box? No, probably not. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Yes, but there's already about an inch of lid lift. This expansion will probably add another half an inch of lid lift on the base box. So I have to imagine, because it doesn't seem like they're slowing down on these expansions, that there's going to be a big box solution coming in the near future, and they just haven't announced it yet. I have to imagine that, because so many board gamers just do not like lid lift. They despise it in some cases. A lot of them will just keep the boxes that the expansions come in so that they don't have a lid lift. So I imagine they're going to have some type of solution coming in the near future. Maybe they'll think that nobody's going to pay for that, so they don't do it. I could see that as well, but I would pay for it. And but, well, depending on how much it is, there is a limit. But yeah, so that is that. Heat is frequently compared to Flamme Rouge. How about a compare and contrast with K2? I don't own K2, first of all, and I don't own Flamme Rouge. So Flamme Rouge is, if I'm not mistaken, Flamme Rouge is the predecessor of Heat. Flamme Rouge was the bicycle game, I believe, and they used the very similar mechanisms in that game in this game. It's just this is about cars, not bicycles. Downforce is more of a bidding game than a racing game. Yeah, that's true. Cool, I get you, Sam. Sweet, Derek. Sweet. If you get 3D printed insert, would it fit maybe? Yes, possibly. I mean, I'm sure it would. There are a lot of people out there who are able to. I can print stuff out, but I don't. I'm not good on the. I'm not savvy on the design part of it yet. So that's something I would have to teach myself how to do. And right now our life is just a little too cramped for that. But it's not something I'm opposed to. I want to learn, but there you go. Hate lid lift, but sometimes you can't avoid it. That is true. Luke says the problem with a big box is they usually make it too big. They add trays to hold things in place. What they need is just a deep box or two. Sold separately. I don't know. I don't want two boxes. I would rather just have one box that fits everything. And if it splits into trays, that you can have one tray for every player, I think that would be cool. Ooh, I just thought. I think it would be cool if they did away with these player boards and had double layered cardboard player boards that your shifter sinks into it and your cards are actually inside and then ooh, I don't know if that's practical, but that sounds really cool. Let's see. You wouldn't have space for the car or six shift in the original box. That's true. You have to dust off your 3D printer. I know. Yeah, that's probably it. Noah Preston says, when they release that, would it be the end of expansions? It depends, because often what I've seen other companies do is that they've designed a big box that has room for more stuff in it than what has already been released. If they go that route, no, it wouldn't be the end of expansions. But if they go the route where, like, if they know they have, like right now, I think there's 9 cars with this expansion. So if they know that they're going to stop with 12, which I believe is what the boards have on them. Yeah, 12 cars. So maybe they have it in their minds, we're going to have 12 cars when we're done. So maybe if they come out with a big box expansion, they'll, wherever they determine to do that, they'll have enough spaces for 12 cars. And then you'll be able to buy those expansions, just put it in the base box or the big box, whatever it is. Do you have a favorite player count for Heat? No. And this, JT and I were talking about this a little bit on our top 100. Heat is one of those games where you can add players, and every player that you add, of course, adds some time to it, but it doesn't add a lot of time to the game. And so I don't really know that I have a favorite player count, because usually, if we play with 4 players, we're going to add some legends in there. And so there's always a certain number of cars out there. I would say probably then that maybe 6 cars on the track is what I would normally want to have, no matter how many real life players there are. But if we can have 6 different people playing the game, that's really fun. And if we do that, we're going to add a couple more legends just to keep us honest, So I don't really have a favorite player count. I really enjoy single. I love solo mode. I love that. That's the way I've played it the most, and I really enjoy it that way. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite player count. It's just the one that I've played the most, because I keep playing the same game in live streams, much to Eric's chagrin. Once they get to 24 maps, you may want more than one box. I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, 24 board, that means there's 48 maps. I don't know that they're going to do that. They have 3D prints of the player board you just described, Sam. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, Flamme Rouge is the same designers as Heat. It trades fatigue for Heat cards and hills, but caps on min-max speed. It does have the advantage of modular tracks. Yeah. I just got my main box out. Noah Preston says there is no more room for that car to fit in the main box. Yeah, that's true. The Legend system is so smooth. It is. It is super smooth. Is Heat popular at church game nights? You know, we have played it once that I can remember at a church game night. We've played it at the Steamers West game night as well. So I don't know that it is necessarily quote unquote popular, but I know it probably could be. I know that people that we've played it with at both Steamers and at the church both really enjoyed it. So if we put it back out on the table, they probably would want to play it again. So there's that. So, getting ready for Derek to give me some more guff about Vincent Dutrait because we're going to unbox this core box, this base game called The Quest for El Dorado. And yes, it is Vincent Dutrait's artwork. Now, I did not buy this just for Vincent Dutrait's artwork. I do remember playing this and enjoying the game. I don't believe, although I could be very mistaken, that I don't think the original version that I played had his artwork on it. I think this may have been a second edition. I am trying to get the price tag off of this, and it is sticky, which is par for the course because this is an old game, so this has probably been on their shelf for quite some time. Erg. Man, why does the price tag have to have such sticky on it? Doofuses. I say that nicely. Come on. Okay. Oh. Slowly. Dang it. There it goes. It's coming off. Slowly. Easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, if I can get it off like this, I will take everything back. I didn't. I don't take everything back. Why have sticky? Why? Weirdos. Okay, well, I know this is riveting content, but this is just further evidence that I'm just like the rest of you, to an extent. Oh, gosh. You weird people with your sticky. Okay, well, I got most of it off. All right, well... Then that was just the stupid price tag. Now I have these little stupid 4 of these sticker circle thingies. Ugh. Okay, well, take it easy. Okay, it's coming off. Not bad. Okay, that was good. Not bad. So far, so good. So what? A little Megadeth reference for you. All right. 2 successfully removed. Nice. And the trap is to think on these last 2. Oh, the first 2 were fine. So we can hurry up on this. Don't do it. Oh, so close. So close. No tearage yet. Last half circle. Coming up right here. There we go. I get it. It's because there's less plastic because of it. Okay, fine and dandy. Live sticker removal with Sam Healy. Yeah. You need a downforce expansion for heat. That's funny. A handful of folks race the cars, and an unlimited number of players bet on the race, designed to replace bingo at the church meetups. Holding your breath while watching someone peel stickers and tape off is a universal instinct. Yes, this is better than watching paint dry. Okay, okay, that's better. That's a step up. Maybe use a heat gun to soften the glue, or a hairdryer if you have one. Definitely needs some heat. Yeah, I'm sure Sam has a hairdryer, right? Get him, Victoria. Tell him. All right, let's go to the table. So here is the quest for El Dorado. It is a Reiner Knizia game, so keep that in mind. This is also quite an old game. I want to say it's about 11 years old. Let me see. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. The quest for El Dorado, 2017. No, not quite. 9 years old. 9 years old. And I was correct. The first artwork was not done by Vincent Dutrait. It was somebody else. I don't know who did it, but it's always been put out by Ravensburger. But I believe the second edition is definitely Vincent Dutrait's artwork. It looks like Franz Vollwinkle may have been the artist on the first edition, and second edition is Vincent Dutrait. Anyway, yeah. So again, just that's what the box looks like. 2 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes, 10 plus, and book was in there backwards or sideways rather. Wow. This looks like it might be in there we go. I was like, what is this? What kind of demon language? I'm just kidding. It's French. But this is in French. Okay, that's going away. And then here's the regular artwork. Components, how the game works down here. And it's one of those kinds of games that you start on a regular board, whether it's, I think this is, yeah, the race begins over here, and then you add different tiles as you move along. And it's a deck builder where you're adding cards to your deck as you move along that allow you to do different things and do things better and all of that kind of stuff. So this might be actually something we play on Friday, because I want to play something with both Jess and JT can play, and so this might be something that we tackle, because I like to play stuff like this as soon as we can. But notice it's only 8 pages, and you know the first 2 pages were this, and by page 4 you've got just components and a general idea of how the game plays, and then you have set up the game on page 5, and so pages 6, 7, and 8 is how you play the game. So it's par for the course for Reiner Knizia, and the fact that Vincent does the artwork is just a bonus for me. So there you have it. So here you have a couple of different routes that you can play. So that's pretty cool. Split up into easy, moderate, and difficult. And then you also have a caves variant, which is here on this side. So, and then you have all of the different glossary here of the different things that are out there. So that's cool. And then we have punch boards, which is all of the different thing. We're not going to go ahead and do much of this, but just realize these are pretty sturdy, pretty well. They are double-sided, as you can see there. And then you have here some of those caves that were being referenced earlier there. And then, a puzzle piece board. And this has got to be the first player hat. That's pretty cool. A little fedora with a gecko on it. And I think that might be the end. More cave pieces. And a couple of more boards. So I believe this is a number of things that you have to have in order to go in that spot. So if you're standing over here, you have to be able to pay, 4 paddles to go this way. That's just off the top of my head. I don't really remember exactly how to play this game, but it's not going to take long to learn. I'm pretty sure of that. So more caves here. Another big board. Boom. Comes over there. Then you have some connectors. So you get the idea of the kind of components that come in the game, right? So, all the cards came out of their bags. What is up with that? How did that happen? Interesting. Why are these just like floating around in here? That's weird. They're not in a bag of any kind, like wrapped in cellophane or anything. That's kind of weird. But you have other ones that are. Looks like this has been, looks like this might have been opened. Well, duty shoots. What the heck? This is a used copy. I'm not worried about it. It looks like it's in good shape, but that's pretty funny, kind of. But it's okay. I'm not worried about it. But here we go. We have an explorer. Let you move one through. I think these green areas. The traveler lets you move through the gold areas. Then you have a sailor, let you move through the water areas. And I think that might be it. Let's see. Then we have more explorers, more travelers, a sailor. Then you have jack of all trades. That's pretty cool. You have a trailblazer, a scout. Looks like the scout, you might have to pay $1 in order to use him. You have to use pay $2 to use the jack of all trades. And then you have a photographer, a treasure chest, transmitter, a prop plane, and an adventurer. Is the adventurer out there yet? No. So the adventurer. So that gives you an idea of the kind of cards that are in the game. This is just your peoples in the actual thing. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 players is the max. And looks like Savant. Yeah. So these two are not going to be used because they're French. So I would imagine that these are all of the cards in the game that we're going to use. These right here and then these. So you have adventurers, journalists, millionaires. Ooh. A giant machete. Pioneer. Captain, better than the sailor. Travel logs, scientists, natives, cartographers, a compass, promo pack, binoculars. Oh, okay, that's cool. So it comes with a little promo pack here. Interesting. Powerful paddles, binoculars. I would expect those to be in there. A brute. Why has he got to be redheaded? Why has he got to be redheaded? What is that? It's brute. And holy, make your own cards, Batman, I guess. That seems like a real waste. Look at all of those. Does it say something in the rules about making your own cards? Base game as usual. Add 3 of the new expansion cards to the 12 card piles to the next to the market board. No, it doesn't say anything about these, but look at all those cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cards that have a good card back, but nothing on the front. Interesting. Interesting. So this little pack only basically just comes with 3 cards, 3 different cards that are able to be purchased. So, neato Frito. We're good. Just going to put all this stuff back. I think I might keep... I think those are base games, and we'll see. I don't know. We're going to just put this stuff away into one of these bags for right now. Those probably won't fit. Nope. What? You give me cards that... You give me bags that no fit cards? What? How dare you? How dare you? All right, let's see. Okay, that fits. All right, that's the little expansion. Bing, got that. This better fit. I don't understand why you give me bags that I can't use. Okay, they kind of fit. And then this can go into one as well. But my goodness. Okay. There's that. There's all the cards. And they'll go in there. And we got an extra thing in here. We got a couple extra baggies here. These are probably going to go away, and I don't know what these are for. So we're going to keep those over there for now. And then I'm not going to take everything else apart yet. So all of this is just going to go in here for now. And I'll punch the rest out later on. And I'll put this stuff back in here for now. This is one of those games where it looks like I'm going to need to keep all of these punch outs and raise the box lid. But that is the quest for El Dorado. Stepped away, but the other bag looks biffer. Well, perfect for Jesse. Yeah, 1.94. Yep, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get it, because Jesse generally tends to be very agreeable with Reiner Knizia in general. So Reiner Knizia, Vincent Dutrait, done. Done and done, generally speaking. All right. Hope she enjoys it. Yeah, me too. Scythe is a good example of expansion boxes that hurt to chuck. Yeah, indeed. Just 3D printed a new organizer that up to this expansion contains everything and even some extras without any lid lift. Ken, PK, can you send me that file? I assume that you're talking about Heat. up to this expansion contains everything and even some extras without any lid lift. Let me know, PK. Send me that file if you can, dude, or where you found it even, and I'll go get it myself. El Dorado, stop by to say hi. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, buddy. El Dorado feels kind of like Cartagena if you added multiple routes and a deck building element. Basically a race to the finish line. Yeah, absolutely. It's not a difficult thing. It's just a race. Trying to get there first. Yep. That's what I do remember about it. But I do remember having fun with it. Much in a similar fashion of something like Mississippi Queen. That was a little bit more involved if I remember correctly, but that same kind of get from point A to point B the fastest, using what you have at your disposal. I like that kind of stuff. All right, well, it is 3:09, been here for about an hour. That's usually how long I like to cap these off at, so thank you for being here. I appreciate your time and effort. Come on back tomorrow for probably a live play. It's gonna happen. And yes, I'm probably gonna play Heat now that I did unbox that and I want to get to it. But I don't know yet, we'll see. And then I am leaning towards El Dorado Friday morning with me, JT, and Jesse, because it'll be Jesse's day off. And it's going to be a little later, though. It's going to be 11 a.m. And the reason for that is because JT has a meeting that is supposed to be done by around 10:30, 10:45. So, and he only works a couple blocks away. So he's going to be done with that meeting and then jet on over here, and we'll get him situated as soon as he does. That's what we're planning on doing Friday. And then Saturday, I think we're going to be back to normal with a live Q&A. I am going to be recording here in just a few minutes. I'm going to be recording my 101 to 120. And I'm going to put them into two different videos, a 101 to 110 and then a 111 to 120. And of my top 100 games of all time. So I'm going to call them Beyond the 100. And only I did that. I didn't ask JT to do it because I feel like I take a lot of time from him already as it is, and I usually don't want to add more to it unless it's just playing a game or something like that. But we're still gonna be doing something to take the place of the top 10s because I think we're both getting a little burnt out on those. But we're going to do something else. We just haven't really nailed down what that something else is going to be. But I like spending time with him. He provides tremendously good input, so I don't want to not do anything with him. And of course, we enjoy playing games with him. So, but that's just a little bit of a peek behind the curtain for the next few days. Faithside, the new podcast, is going to start populating on Mondays from now on, Monday morning early, so that by the time, I believe we decided 5 a.m. Pacific time. So by the time you get up and ready to go, it's ready for you. And that's also been available now on Apple and Spotify, and you can get to it also through Podbean. So those are the different places that you can find the Faithside podcast. So we thank you for watching or listening to that, whichever one you choose to do. But we already recorded our episode 3 yesterday, and that's another thing that I have to get edited for this weekend as well. So things to do, and it's awesome to be able to do them. So thank you for being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care. Bye-bye.